Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we bring you the latest on the recent COVID-19 outbreak at the Federal Correctional Institute in Manchester, and hear from Bell County health officials about what they believe is behind the recent surge of cases in their area. Plus, we talked with one mission group as they travel throughout the mountains, hoping to ease the burden of back-to-school shopping on students' families.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Today is Friday, I know that much, July 24th. We've made it through the end of the week, and those temperatures outside were, of course, hot. This morning, we have the joy of having our chief meteorologist, Paige Noel, with us this morning. Let's go ahead and bring her in and see what we can expect for this lovely end of the week. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, Lacey. A little bit different to be on this shift, but I do know that today's going to be a lot better than what we saw yesterday. Not as gloomy out there, but of course, we're going to see those hot temperatures return, especially heading into the weekend. Let's take you up to Pinpoint Doppler, though, first, where we are seeing kind of those clearer skies this morning. We're really seeing the rain move out of there after that cold front moved out of here a little bit earlier yesterday, and we're going to continue to see kind of that fog, though, this morning. As we look outside the front porch at the MCHC Whitesburg camera, you can see that fog building up, especially in those low-lying areas. Looking outside the front porch there at WYMT, seeing the fog build up. So take it easy if you are headed out and about this morning. Looking at that visibility map, once again, those low-lying areas, less than a mile in Pikeville, 1.5 miles of visibility over into Harlan, and mostly just those low-lying areas is where we're seeing some issues this morning. Temperatures right now into the upper 60s to lower 70s, 69 in Jackson, 67 in Pikeville, 70 if you're looking over towards London. So overall, not a bad morning to start out. And as you head out the door, temperature is going to get into about the mid to upper 80s. So actually a little bit cooler than what we have been. We're going to see that sunshine return as well, but temperatures do warm up for the weekend. We'll talk about that weekend forecast coming up in a little bit.
Thank you, Paige. Kentucky's number of coronavirus cases continues to increase, now passing the 25,000 mark. The governor announced 611 new cases last night, bringing the state's total to 25,147. Laurel County surpassed 300 cases yesterday, and we also learned that 7 more Kentuckians have died. The state's death toll stands at 684, and the state's positivity rate is now 4.94%. Governor Beshear says that he's hopeful that by next week, we will begin to see the impact from the mandatory mask thing that he put into place. Officials announced that one more positive case at the Federal Correctional Institute in Manchester yesterday. Officials say that 43 inmates and 5 guards have all tested positive for COVID-19. 1 inmate is in the hospital and 5 are showing mild symptoms. Officials say that while the facility is working to keep the spread under control, they are unable to confidently pinpoint where the first case came from.
We think there was probably asymptomatic spread somewhere at some point. And there's a couple of different ways that could have happened, potentially with a staff person that works directly with the inmates. We're just not sure at this point.
Officials say that they did learn one of the guards lives in Clay County. All of the positive cases are secluded to one part of the prison. And Bell County now has 210 cases of COVID-19, with 8 new cases announced yesterday. The Bell County Health Department reported the county's second COVID-19 related death, a 74-year-old woman. We talked with officials who say the county is experiencing community spread, and it is hard to pinpoint and isolate one location that the cases are coming from.
Most of our cases are symptomatic, and they're not all single trace to one event. We're seeing some that the folks, contracted at work from a coworker. We've seen multiple cases where one family member, was positive and then ultimately infected the entire family.
Currently, the county has 92 active COVID-19 cases with 118 recovered. Health department officials urge people to continue wearing masks and social distancing to help slow the spread. And as Bell County students are set to start back school next month, Bell County School plans to begin classes on August 25th. The school district is giving students and parents the option to choose between in-person or distance learning offered through a virtual platform. Both of those are offered Monday through Friday. The school district posted a registration form online for parents to fill out and complete by Friday, July 31st. We have a link to the registration form over on our website at WYMT.com. And while more districts are releasing their plans for the upcoming semester, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. During a virtual town hall yesterday, Kentucky Department of Education officials hope to clear up some of those concerns. They also released documents containing guidance on their website regarding mandatory mask wearing, temperature screenings before students enter the building, and social distancing inside the classrooms. During the governor's update, he said if cases continue to rise, he may recommend schools with an early August start date push back their openings. An admission group visited Breaks, Virginia yesterday to help some back-to-school burden for the families across the region be eased. Putting prayers to action, set up a drive-through donation station at the Breaks Community Center, benefiting students from Eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia. Cars waited in line as volunteers filled their needs based on the number of students in each household.
All the kids get a brand new pair of shoes, an outfit with the underwear and socks and everything to go with it. So it's a complete outfit. They get school supplies, and we also give them a gift.
The project is possible by donors from across the nation. In the last 3 days, the outreach has served 1,400 children. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, one Kentucky woman has created a life-saving device for children, and she got to see it in action earlier this week.
And we'll see more sunshine this weekend with temperatures getting back near 90 degrees. So have a look at that weekend forecast coming up.